a hoodlum group whose members pose a threat to all of California. That's how they're described by the State Attorney General. Hell's Angels, accused of rape and perversion, theft, narcotics, and violence. And the Attorney General says they will no longer be allowed to threaten the lives, the peace, and security of honest citizens. Hell's Angels are the biggest of the outlaw motorcycle clubs. Oh, shit. I just can't do it. A hoodlum group whose members pose a threat to all of California. That's how they're described by the State Attorney General. Hell's Angels and violence. And the Attorney General says they no longer will be allowed to threaten the lives, the peace, and the security of honest citizens. I can't. None for them. They're on the run. Their record of rape and violence, sex offenses, and homosexuality keeps them moving from place to place. While they talk bravely about their strength, the fact is they have trouble getting new members, and they're just beginning to feel the effect of the Attorney General's crackdown. After years of running wild in California, the Hells Angels are hurting. Bill Stout, CBS News, Fontana, California.
To begin, Mr. Lynch, could you briefly review what you found out about the Hells Angels and how serious a problem you think they constitute?
We found out that they are a very serious problem in California. They're an outlaw group, and their philosophy is completely inimical to the rights not only of citizens, but to the duly constituted law enforcement officials.
And I ask you some more specific questions. How many arrests has your crackdown on the Hells Angels resulted in so far, and what's been the arrest and conviction record? of the Hells Angels in the past?
Well, I wouldn't be prepared to say that our report has resulted in arrest. There have been some activity since this report came out, particularly in North Sacramento. Just a few weeks ago, I believe about 10 of them were arrested for various offenses. But prior to the report, there had been arrests in various parts of possible and probable that some of the original felony arrests wound up with misdemeanor convictions. And this is far out of proportion for any group. This is not a group of 5,000 or 10,000 people. They're numbered in the hundreds. And this is really a fantastic arrest rate for such a relatively small group in a large state like California.
What have been some of the convictions? What charges?
They've been convicted of rape, of aggravated assault, and of course, most all of their convictions have to do with crimes of violence, not only against the general public, but against police officers.
Could you describe a typical behavior pattern of a Hells Angel?
Well, I'd have to do it from the reports that I've received. I'm not acquainted personally with any of them, and frankly, I don't want to be. They're characteristic. This is something they seem to understand. They understand force, but in their own cowardly actions, they will pick on a small community, pick on an isolated bar, or a small police department.
What have been some of the results of your report insofar as activity by other law enforcement agencies is concerned?
Well, the result we were trying to achieve may perhaps sound a little unusual, but California is such a tremendous state, both population-wise and area-wise, that it is true that incidents can happen in isolated parts of the state and not necessarily be known generally to law enforcement or to the general public. What we've tried to do is compile all of the available information so that all police departments could be alerted and the public could be alerted to the pattern of these people, how they act, so they would know what to expect in the event these people should move into their communities. We've also, of course, keeping records on them, and we have the information available now, you might say, on an instant's notice. We're able to identify these people in case they do move into a community. It's really a service of, I think, a proper law enforcement service of compiling the information and having it available for all police departments and all communities throughout the state of California. We think unless action is taken to stop them by publicity such as we've given now, by information being supplied to law enforcement officers, that they will grow and become a greater menace to the safety of not only the people of the state of California, but to the law enforcement officials of the state of California. We have identified in our Bureau of Identification over 446 of these people with criminal records, and 250 of these are for felony arrests. About 151 of them, I believe, have felony convictions. A number of them, about 85, have been sent to state prisons, and some of them have been sent to our state mental institutions. But in addition to this, there have been misdemeanor arrests, which are well into the thousands. I would say at least between 1,500 and 2,000 misdemeanor arrests.
We're rolling. Don't you ever talk when you work on the net?
Mine's good, Doug.
Yours good. Let me.
Mine's all ready.
Okay, let me change these plugs.
You gotta change your plugs on yours. You haven't
You're on the
run
other
them very
side,
long.
Huh?
You need a plug wrench?
Yeah. You got one?
Yeah, over here. But,
Cause I need one. Crescent ones won't fit it.
I'm sorry. No, Doug. No, over here. You gotta get it from this side over here.
This side over here?
Yeah.
I got it now. The plug wrench, I got it.
Alright, as long as it works. Oh, now you start going. Shows, of course, they may give us a little price for it.
A little
yeah, but
they're not going over there. White cigarette.
that's it. Well, you can help me with mine now, though.
Well, it's New
Because all I gotta get is the carburetor on mine. Over here. The carburetor.
Carburetor?
Yeah. Screw it in.
It's right here.
It works. Yeah, Purdue. Okay, now look up the window.
Right here?
Yeah. Alright, ready.
What's
Speed.
the attraction? What's the thing about a bike like this that makes someone want to ride it?
A bike
Spend
like
their
this?
life with it.
It's the people. Really, it's the people that want to ride a bike like this.
It's a way of life with us. It's not just the motorcycle itself, but it's the people. Most of the people here like to party most of the time, and myself, I belong to several other outlaw clubs, so-called outlaw clubs.
What does that mean, outlaw?
It's not sanctioned by the Motorcycle Association, American Motorcycle Association. It's what would you say? They won't take confidence in us, believing that we'll stand up to their laws. But we can't afford to break any laws, because most of law enforcement agencies are against us all already. So we have to believe in our own laws. We can't break none of their laws, because police are already keeping an eye on us, and they're on us from the beginning we leave our own house. So we have to believe in their own California Highway Patrol, though they stop us maybe every 10 miles just to harass us and see if we have any warrant checks against us. So we have to maintain, or more or less what would you say, make sure we're legal. And so we have to stay within their own laws.
Doug, what kind of... You've been in the Hells Angels...
You say, all of a sudden they holler, rape just to save yourself.
Right. What do you call it? Indisposed. They're with us. Indisposed. And then all of a sudden the police are there, and then they say, oh, help. Hell's Angels. Hell's Angels. But deep down in their heart, they want to be with us. They want to party with us. Oh, they had such a good time. They wanted to party with us. They wanted to be with us all the time we was there, all the time we was back home. They wanted to party with us. Hotels, there's other people in other places that are living and are sleeping. And then they say, get out right now. And they're hitting people, they're hitting women. This I've got pictures of. Personally, myself, I've got pictures of hitting women, getting them off the street, and everything else. Is all they had to do was say, hey, I want to talk to either one, or I want to talk to two Hells Angels representatives. That's all I got to talk to. Then we get the meeting underway. Say, you people can't come here. Okay. Now, that's up to them, and it's up to our club, our presidents. And they say, you know what? Get out right now. And people trying to start their bikes. I've got pictures of this, and other people's got pictures of this. Of people trying to start their bikes and trying to get out of town.
Like Butch. He was trying to start his bike, and he got hauled into the Bakersfield jail just as his bike wouldn't start, and he couldn't get out of town when they wanted him to. So there he was hauled in jail, and it cost him quite a bit of money just to get out of jail.
Now,
There.
the initials on the other side stand for?
What is that?
Here.
This here? This is the present. This right here, DFFL, is the present from Oakland.
Present from the Oakland Club.
Right. It says, dope forever, forever loaded. That means marijuana. It doesn't mean pills or the needle or whatever you want to call it. It just means dope forever, forever loaded. That means marijuana.
How about the 1% on your right
1%.
pocket there?
1% means Brother Red Wings. I hate to say what that means.
No, you don't hate to say what it means.
Well, I don't hate to say what that means, but...
It's best do not.
Right. Okay. Now, 1% and 13.
You get kicks. Do you get enjoyment out of beating people up?
No, not beating people up. There's people that... I don't know how to explain this. There's people that from their particular town, wherever we go to, they get their kicks out of saying, "Hell's Angels, you're not here. You're not welcome here. You're not this. You're not that. You're not this." Well, it doesn't matter what town we go to. If we're not welcome, is all that the man has to do is say, highway patrol or sheriffs or police or city police or whatever, they got to say, you know what, you're not welcome here. Move on. All right. But these other people say, you're not welcome here. That's AMA riders and particular motorcycle association riders. They say, you're not welcome here. You're not this. You're not that. You're not that. Well, that's not up to them. Because we don't care about them. We care about the public. We care about the public. We care about the police. AMA riders don't mean nothing to us.
American Motorcycle Association.
Right. You know what? American Motorcycle Association, we can outride them. They put us up to their class. We can outride them in hill climbs, in the dirt, in the drags. It doesn't matter. We can outride them. And we've proven it. And we know we can outride them. But they won't invite us. They won't invite us.
You feel like an outcast?
Right, an outcast. I don't know. Jerry, I don't know how to explain it, boy. An outcast amongst dirt riders or flat trackers or hill climbers or drag strippers. It doesn't. But they won't accept us on account of Hell's Angels, Levi jacket, long hair, and beards. But we can do them.
Why don't you shave it off? Why don't you change your jacket?
I won't do it.
Why?
I won't do it because I love it.
You're moving now, moving out of this house, you and the other Hells
Right.
Angels who live here. Why?
Because we're condemned.
Why don't the people around here want you to live here?
I don't know. Seriously. I swear to God, I don't know why. We rent a house, we're convicted, we're condemned. The police are here, the police are there. They're saying, you can't live here, you're condemned. Our house is clean as anybody else's house. When I moved here, We cleaned up the front yard, the backyard, and everything else is right there, boy. Oh, it's right there.
Where are you going to move?
We're gonna move to a place that nobody knows about this place.
Why? Why are you hiding?
Because we can't rent a place. Seriously.
You hiding from the police?
No, we're not hiding from the police. We're not hiding from nobody. We want to be left alone. We want to rent a place to where nobody knows about the Hells Angels but us. We have our meeting place every week. We're there. Police or no police, we're there. They know we're there every week. We want to be left alone.
What does it feel like to be on the run, to have to get away from society, away from the police, away from public attention?
Well, now, speaking in my own behalf,
the kind of thing you do is for high school kids.
No. Beatniks, they say beatniks, high school kids, surfers, it's all wrong.
Hells Angels say that the biggest kicks they...
You can't go into a town, you can't say that, you can't block this street off, you can't block that street off, you can't do this, you can't do that without the official say-so. Something that I've been on parole myself. I've done
probation.
Parole. I've done parole about 3.5 years on parole while I was in the Hells Angels.
On parole from what?
From Youth Authority.
What were you sentenced for?
Sales.
Of what?
Marijuana. And I done my parole while I was in the club. When I got busted, I got bailed out right away so that they wouldn't violate me or anything. And I got busted, I'd say about 8-9 times since I was on parole, but each time it was cut loose. It was kicked out of each court. I'd say about 6 months, I got busted in 5 weekends in a row. I got busted for narcotics, and it was all cut loose. After preliminary, it was cut loose. Right from the get-go, it was Hells Angels got busted for narcotics, and then the next week later, it was a transcript about, I'd say about this big, saying Hells Angels released and this and that. My parole officer was a good, understanding parole officer. He understand me. He understand the way I feel, and he wouldn't violate me. You know what? I'll tell you. When there's about 30, 40, 50, 100, 200, 300 people in the back of you, and you're in front, you're it, boy. You're jamming. You're just as happy as you can be. You're just up front, and there's nothing like it, boy. There's just nothing like it. Left alone, where nobody will bother me. Say, you go in a cafe and eat breakfast there and say, look at that. He's got a beard. He's got a long hair. He's got dirty Levi's. He's got this. He's got that. That's
what, 5 years now?
About 5. Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah, about 5 years.
What kind of?
I am joining the Hells Angels. Like right now, I'm just a prospective member, but these people are my kind of people, I would say, because these people know how to party, and I like to party with them, with these people, because most of the clubs I belong to recently, they have been more or less, what would you say, weekenders or something like that. And these people, if I want to party during the middle of the week, these people will party with me.
Hell's Angels are 7 day, what do you call it?
7 day
a week party timers. They love to party. They're I really can't explain the feeling that I have towards the club to belong this many years as I belong, but boy, I'll tell you, I'm just so proud that they accept me. Seriously, I'm so proud they accept me.
No, I just hope I'm accepted when I join the Hells Angels. That's all there is to it.
Doug, why do you think so many people are critical of the Hells Angels?
On account of the looks. We have beards, we have dirty Levi's, we have dirty sweatshirts or what have you. It's hard. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say that. You ride 300 or 400 miles, you get dirty. Shoot. If a man could afford $2,000 motorcycle, then he wouldn't get dirty. But the way we are, we can't afford a $2,000 motorcycle.
See,
maybe $400 or $500 we can afford, but at the most, got a column about this big, about 2 inches big, that says Hells Angels got released, you know. But people don't read that. They read the headline. Actually, not too much of anything. Towards the rape thing, there's girls that there's girls that are, they want to be with us. They want to enjoy our company. They want to feel the, freedom as we have. It doesn't matter like Porterville, a judge's daughter. It's immaterial. Any kind of a daughter or what, you know, what they're.
Ready, Earl?
They don't want to be publicized. They don't want to be what you call
that's one
like a Masonic or Oddfellows or Mooses or whatever you call it. They don't want to be that.
It's like myself. I belong to several clubs that we go on rides on weekends, but they don't want to party during the week. Mm-hmm. And the Angels, most of them, I can go to any of them. They'll party during the week or any other time. It's not like most of the other clubs. They want to party just during the weekend, during the week, while they want to be, what would you say, incognito?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that would you say, the Angels, they're partying all the time. And the Angels, myself, I'm only a prospective angel. I'm not a real angel at the moment, but I hope to be. The Angels, most of them, are partying any time during the week or any other time.
7 days a week.
7 days a week.
We're brothers.
Like since
we want to be left alone. We want to party together. People up north, they come up from up north down to here. We want to have a place for them. We want to have whether it's in a garage or in a shack or
in the middle of a field.
What does partying mean? Does it mean drinking? Does it mean racing? Does it mean women? Does it mean narcotics? What?
No.
It's what would you say? Partying. It's having a good time together. It's not necessarily narcotics or drinking or anything else. It's having a good time together, enjoying yourself.
Suppose
on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Friday night or a Wednesday night.
Suppose Purdue, which is a mother
San
club.
Bernardino.
Right,
Your
San
club.
Bernardino. That's my club, the mother club, the ones that organize this club,
set
the Hells Angels. All right. Suppose they want to party, say a week from now, and they notify Dago, Frisco, Oakland, Vallejo, Martinez. It doesn't matter wherever, New Zealand. It doesn't matter wherever it's at. Suppose they notify them. We're going to find a place to where we can party, to where nobody can run us.
Doug, when you have a party, where do the people come from?
All over.
Where?
They come from Oakland, they come from Martinez, they come from Sacramento, they come from SoCal, they come from New Zealand, they come from, they just come from all over. They, old friendship, you know. God damn, how you doing, Doug? How you doing, Jack? How you doing, Jim? Shit, it's just like old home week.
What do you do?
Well,
us, they wouldn't want them, but we're us, and if they didn't want us to have anything to do with them, they wouldn't have anything to do with us.
Right.
So
half the women that are associated with us want to be associated with us. They want to say,
there's nothing
you know what?
forcible about it.
Hey, you know what? In my heart, I'm a mama angel. I'm mama angel. I want to share with my brothers. I want to share with my partners. I want to share with my brothers. And it doesn't matter if the ham bone is my old lady or what, you know. It's if I want to share with him, I want to share with him. It's like, it's just like brotherly. If somebody has a place to live and nobody else has a place to live, they're welcome. They're welcome right there. It doesn't matter how many girls I got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 girls, they're welcome. They share. They share.
On another subject,
Prints, pictures, carry on, everything. That's
part of it.
No, unnecessarily.
Yeah, but it's unnecessary, but they still do it to us, but it doesn't really bother us.
Right. You know, there's more people that want to join our club. There's more people that want to be with us. Now,
But
this
they're scared
attorney...
to. Lynch, that's
Lynch,
it.
he
Lynch.
comes out with this...
We're a
all
bunch
these
of,
arrests, we're this, we're that, we're that. There's more people want to join this club. There's more people want to be with us.
But they're
than
scared
ever.
to.
Seriously.
Very few of us indulge in what would you call sex perversion or any of that. It's just that the people that would like to associate with us are of that type. It's not necessarily as us. It's just that people just because of our name would like to associate with us. We're not necessarily that way, just because we would like to associate with some woman that was 17 and she's 2 weeks shy of 18. All of a sudden we're a bunch of people that were sex perverts. And just because we're these women 19, 20, 21 or so, the law enforcement agencies would like to believe that other people would like other people to believe that all we are is a bunch of sex perverts and dope addicts and such. We're not really. Jeez, you know, sure, there's always some people in any category of life that indulges in what would you say, pill dropping, or what would you call it? Just those these people like to take some pills to sleep better by, or stay awake by. It's not necessarily connected with us, because not all of us do that. All of a sudden, we're all a bunch of dope addicts and such, and we seduce young women, which is unlawful, and we know that, and we don't believe in it. All of our women are of age and such. If you live in a town, small town, and there's a bunch of young women in there,
If we know if they're underage, we don't even fool with them. We tell them, go away, women. You know, we can't have nothing to do with you. It's a law. It's a law.
Well, I can't explain this personally. This right here. It would be too nice to explain over TV right here. 13th letter in the alphabet.
What, that's M. What does that
M.
mean? What's that for?
Means marijuana.
Pardon?
Marijuana.
Why do the Hells Angels advertise 13 marijuana in that way?
Well, in a way, it's a thing that we believe in. It's sort of like a hypnotic, like
Relaxes.
Right, it relaxes. Not especially my group or any other group, but I believe in marijuana. It satisfies me. In a way, it satisfies my group. I like it. It doesn't do no harm. Nobody wants to do no wrong against it. A lot of people think that it's wrong and everything else. Well, I feel that what's it called when you hypnotize somebody.
No, it doesn't hypnotize. It just relaxes people. That's all. That's,
right.
Though quite a few people don't believe it because it relaxes it. A lot of people say it inhibits us, but it's not narcotic. Well, a lot of people say it's narcotic, but it's not what would you say? Hypnotic.
Most of the Hells Angels have arrest records. What are the offenses?
Narcotics and sex perversion.
I guess the Hells Angels are most clearly identified by what they wear, like what you're wearing now. Show me what do those insignias mean.
Well, the red wings, I don't know how to explain it to where it could be publicized.
And the 13, what does that stand for?
13 is for the 13th letter of the alphabet.
M, and what is M for?
Marijuana.
On the other side of your jacket, what are those initials for?
DFFL. Dope, forever loaded.
What does the 1% mean?
1%er of the 99%.
How about your hat? What does the RF stand for?
The RF stands for Rat Fink, Big Daddy Roth. He
Cut. Speed.
Why do the Hells Angels talk about and advertise on your shirt 13, which stands for marijuana?
Okay. Now then, have you ever heard of Indian hemp? What would you call it?
Doug, you've been a member of the Hells Angels for longer than anyone else.
One person.
Doug, you've been a member of the Hells Angels, this charter club here in Fontana, for longer than anyone else.
No,
what
one
kind
of... One person longer than me.
Doug, you've been a member of the Hells Angels for a long time, longer than almost anyone else. What kind of people are members of this charter club?
They're good. They're understanding.
Fine. Good. Doug, you've been a member of the Hells Angels for almost longer than anyone else in this charter club in Fontana. How many members of the Hells Angels use marijuana?
I'd say 100%. 100%.
Most people feel, and I guess you do, that the Hells Angels really doesn't fit in society.
Right.
You get kicks. Do you enjoy beating people up?
No. The only time we have trouble is when somebody comes up and they.
To many people, I guess Doug, the Hells Angels appear to be outcasts. Is that true from society? With all this pressure from the Attorney General, from society, are the Hells Angels going to reform? Are you going to change?
No. No, we won't reform. We won't change.
Why are you moving out of this house in Fontana here?
Tell you the truth, Jerry, we're condemned. I don't know why we're condemned. We move in here and they rent us the place, and then.
What does it feel like to be on the run, to always have to get away from police, to have to move from one town to another?
Well, to tell you the truth, Jerry, it's not very nice. Seriously, it's not very nice to have to go and look for a place to live and hunt for a place to live, and then you get looked at and you say, you can't live there, you're a Hell's Angel, because you got a beard, you got motorcycle boots, Levi's.
There are a lot of people who say that the Hells Angels get their biggest kicks out of going into a town and taking it over. Is that right?
No.
Why does society... Stop. Why does society treat the Hells Angels as outcasts?
To tell you the truth, Jerry, I don't know.
Doug, what are the main things that the Hells Angels do for kicks?
We party. We're playing runs together for people up north, from people down south to...
The movie, The Wild Ones, have you ever seen that? Does it portray the...
Yeah, I've seen it I'd say about 12 times I've seen it. It's nothing.
Okay, now... Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Why do men like yourselves want to be Hells Angels?
Repeat the question.
Why do men like yourselves want to be Hells Angels?
Well, Jerry, I'll tell you,
Cut.
Doug, you've been a member of the Hells Angels for about 5 years. What kind of people are most of the members?
I don't know how to tell you this.
Why are so many people critical of the Hells Angels?
Jerry, I don't know. I don't know.
Many people are critical of the Hells Angels because what has happened in a lot of California towns and because of the Attorney General's report. Why is this?
Jerry, I don't know. Because maybe the beard, because the pants, the way we look. I can't figure it out. Really.
Many of the members of the Hells Angels have police records. What are some of the things that they've been picked up for?
Sex perversion.
Would you describe what happens on one of the Hells Angels weekends?
Well, Jerry, it depends on what time.
Why don't these people want to have anything to do with you?
I don't know. Seriously.
Is it because of the narcotics, the arrest records? Is that the reason?
I would say just about that. That would be it. That would be it. They want to party with us and carry on with us and everything, but then they get drunk, or they drink something or something, and they let their hair down. Then they get like us. Then they show us such a good time and everything. And then the cops come, and then they're scared because, maybe their dad's a judge or a sheriff or, what have you. And then they get scared, and then they say, them Hells Angels, They done this to me.
There are people who say, Doug, that the Hells Angels really doesn't fit in society. How do you feel about that?
All right, now, you take society. Okay, you take a person with a beard, dirty Levi's, long hair. All right, now, there you go. Okay, a lot of fabulous people, a lot of people that belong, a lot of people that worked with this country, boy. Abraham Lincoln, Jesus Christ. He had his long hair, he had his beard. It doesn't matter about them.
Sure. Doug, the way you talk, Doug, suggests that everything about the Hells Angels is good. You've never been in trouble. Well, what about that side of it?
No. Anybody says the Hells Angels has been good continuously from then is wrong. The Hells Angels are people that are they're brothers.
That's
They're
right.
brothers.
Yeah.
They want to be what they love, the life they live. They live the life they love. Oh. Now we have, you talk about parties, we have different type of parties. And don't quit pulling me.
I'm sorry, Doug.
We have parties that aren't publicated. Is that right?
Yeah, I would say so. It's
Okay.
people from there
Parties that,
and there.
Right, that are strictly invited.
Yeah, we have parties that you know, the average, like you and your friends from CBS or whatever they are.
We have a party is just like a get together on either Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner.
Let's continue. You were talking about why girls want to go with you, want to be with the Hells Angels.
Right. Okay. Now you take in Porterville. That's when everything come down in no, not Porterville. Excuse me, Monterey. That's when everything come down. There was I believe there was a judge's daughter or judge's niece or something that she wanted to let her hair down. She wanted to be with us. She wanted to feel like us. She wanted to party with us, and she wanted to just she wanted to let everything go, you know, but she wanted to be with us. And it was two of them. So they get with us. They party with us. They get drunk, intoxicated. Then they start getting that other urge. I don't know how to say it. Other urge, but they want to party with us. So they party with us. And then all of a sudden the cops come down, the police are here, the cops are here, you know, and they're here with us, you know, indisposable.
Typical of the Hells Angels, not for the clothes, the costume, but because of what's happened in a number of California towns.
Right.
What has happened?
I agree.
Tell me your side of this.
Okay. I agree with you there. Now, Attorney General, he doesn't know exactly what happened. He reads from police reports. He reads from magazines. He reads from newspapers. All this stuff about Hells Angels getting busted for this, Hells Angels getting busted for that. But there's never a retractment about what the Hells Angels get convicted for. Now, they're supposed to get convicted for this, they're supposed to get convicted for that, but it's never in the paper. It's always in the headlines, you know, it says, Hells Angels bust ape, Hell's Angels bust for dope, Hell's Angels busted for this, but it's never in the paper, you know, about Hell's Angels getting, what you call it?
Released.
Released. Now, people say, he smokes marijuana, he's no good. All right, these people don't know what marijuana is. Marijuana is something that it don't want to make you fight. It doesn't want to make you tear towns up. It doesn't want to make you have relationship with the law. It is something amongst yourself that you feel that you want to be left alone. You want to party by yourself. You want to
for your own
enjoy, right, for your own people.
See what I mean? Or why should I put on threads, you know, a tie, a sport coat, and good clean slacks when I'm afraid to touch a bike because I'm afraid I'll get dirt on it.
Don't you ever kind of secretly wish that the rest of society accepted you a little bit more?
Not particularly.
Why not?
I don't want to be like them.
What do you see that you don't like in what most people do?
When people want to turn on with me, if they got something there with a little bit more money into it, if they tear me up, it's fine. Hey, they got that much coming. Because maybe I like to smoke a joint every once in a while and I want to drop a few ashes on it.
What's a joint?
Marijuana. I'll be honest about that.
Most of the guys smoke it?
I don't know.
You do?
Every once in a while. But like I say, I've been riding a bike a long time. And I was around weed a long time before I ever started riding a bike.
Kind of goes together for you? Marijuana and bikes?
In a way not.
How does it go together?
Most people do ride bikes, smoke weed.
Why?
I guess because of the way most people in California do. And I don't care if I slept with a girl or not.
Well, Donna, why is it that you seem to go for the fellas that are in the Angels?
Not so much the fellas, the club. I don't go for any particular one of them. I love the club as much as they do. I mean, I'm not in love with any of them. It's not because of any one member I'm staying around the club. It's because I love the club.
Well, what is it about the club that you love?
I just love them. You know, I've got my choice. I can go with the rich guys or I can go with the Angels.
All right, here we go. All right, easy, baby. Okay. Well, what is it about going out with other fellows rather than the Angels that you don't like?
Oh, well, I used to go out with the Air Force guys quite often. I used to go out with them, and they used to buy a six-pack of beer and take me out in the bushes. And I feel I'm too good. I don't like to be well, straighten up. I don't like to be manhandled. I've always been that way. When I go out, I like to go out and party. I like to have a good time. I like to be around the people I can talk to.
Don't you like to get dressed up in fancy, pretty dresses?
Yeah. I have quite a bit of nice clothes. I just don't like to wear them. Oh, once in a while, you know, I enjoy it. It's all according to where I'm at and who I'm with. That's telling them. It's too hard to explain. It's very complicated.
Try it. Of independence in this kind of a life? You aren't getting pushed around? You said something about that before.
Oh. Well, don't get me wrong. You know, if I do anything wrong, I get pushed around. But I try not to. I don't... Oh, gee, this is hard to explain.
You're trying to explain something they write volumes about.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I don't know, I just love the Angels. I can't explain it. That's my whole life. It's wrapped around this club. I just don't want to go anyplace else or do anything else. I'll go out and get a job. I'll get my own house. As long as I can stay around the guys. And when they don't want me anymore, I'll just leave. But nobody forces me into doing anything I don't want to do.
Well, aren't the boys the boss in the Angels?
Yeah, but they have no reason to push anybody unless they need to be pushed. They don't order me around or make me do things I don't want to do.
Can I say something? Well, what you said there about the boys being the boss, that only goes up to a point.
Does it bother you that the Angels are looked upon as sort of outcasts by society?
Yes, because I don't think they are.
Well, just a minute. That's it. All right. We have to be careful about using the words here now. All right.
I just get a big boot out of them. I like to ride. I like to ride in the dirt. I like to go on long rides. I like to enjoy myself. I like to do the things I want to do. I don't know. It's too hard to explain. It's what you feel, not what you think.
Why should I make mortgage payments on, or pay rent on a house year after year when I ain't going to get no return? Why should I make payments on a car I don't really like, but I bought it because my wife liked it? Let a lot of girls fall in love with Tom Hanks when he comes galloping upon the scene in the movies. Same bit. Actually, it is. I mean, a bike and a horse are the same, in a way. You're your own master then. Yeah, I think that's it right there. I'm my own master right now. I do what I want to do. And she knows the same thing. In a way, she's her own boss.
I noticed that you have a swastika in your club. What's that all about?
Just something to put on the jacket. People don't seem to like it, so I put it on there.
I mean, this is a symbol of Nazism, isn't it?
Symbol of Nazism, yeah. But it doesn't mean if I believe in it or not, no. I don't believe in socialism, no.
Why wear a swastika?
I like the emblem. Like I dig an Iron Cross or the Stormtrooper's badge or anything like that. I dig it. I like the way they're made.
And you like it because other people don't like it in this country and they think it's bad? That's what you said.
In a way, yeah. I like it because it isn't accepted. Plus, I also think the German people had a better idea on designing medals than any other country had. I think they look better. It's my own personal, what I want to wear.
Well, doesn't this mean that people have perhaps more contempt for you because you have...
Hey, I'll admit it. I dig getting drunk once in a while. I'm no alcoholic. In a way, all right, maybe I will be. I won't go into that scientific bit on that. I dig riding my scooter, my bike. So once in a while I get into a fight. The guy stomps me, all right. But also this same bit here. You're going to see me going out and molesting these schoolgirls. If the girl comes on the scene, she's a tramp, she's a pig. She's putting it on the line, laying it there. Have at it. She's fair game. But like one of these here girls here, they come with me to a place, hey, I'll stand between them and anything that happens.
Bob, do you have any dreams, any hopes, any ambitions?
Myself personally?
Yeah.
I can't have. Hey, but that ain't fair either. I mean, on me. I mean, my eyes are going to go bad. So, what can I dream for? So I'm just living it up as long as I can.
You think a lot of the guys live it up because they haven't got much to hope for?
No. I think most of the guys, sooner or later, are going to meet the right chick. They're going to settle down. They're going to join the human race.
Are you a member of the human race now?
No.
Why not?
I'm an angel. That's it right there. I'm an angel.
If you're an angel, you're not a member of the human race.
Something a little better. Now I'm putting a loaded answer to you.
Why are you better than the rest of the human race?
Because I do what I want to do. I don't worry about what people are going to say about me. Only guy right here.
Bob, you're a Hell's Angel, huh?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
That's a weird question. I mean, It means that I rode a bike about 4 years before I joined, 3 or 4 years. And these are the only people that accept me.
What do you mean?
That's my own opinion right now. I mean, you know, some of the other angels may look at it different. Doug, I don't think does, but like I said, these are my only people.
Well, did you have trouble getting accepted by people before?
I like to ride quite a bit. And I don't know, I like to do things they like to do. I don't like to worry about what I'm wearing 95% of the time. I like to go the same places they go. And I don't like people pushing me. I've never liked that. In school, any other time. Well, I don't know, I idolize them. I adore them. They're my whole life. And why did they print all this stuff about the girls being cheap tramps? I'm no cheap tramp. I don't know what the people think about it, but I don't think I am. I've got morals, just like the next guy. They're not a bunch of bums. I mean, they dress nice. They keep nice houses. Maybe they bring their motorcycles in every once in a while to work on them. Well, they love them as much as anybody else. Loves to do what they like to do. I don't know how to explain it. Some people like to go skiing all the time. I like to ride motorcycles. I get a big thrill out of it. I like to go in large packs and go places and do things, enjoy myself, go on picnics. You know, just having a good time. But society doesn't approve. So I disapprove of society and Lynch and everybody else. Because I think if he went out and talked to somebody, some of the girls, maybe some of the guys that are in the club, maybe he'd get a different outlook on it. Oh, well, everybody's got to have something to believe in, right? Everybody's got to have their idol. Well, I idolize the angels. I like to be around them. I like to party with them. I enjoy the things they do. I like to ride. I like to work on bikes. I like to polish them. Well, I don't know. I like to do anything they do. I like to go on runs. I like everybody to meet in one little town and have a good time. And we always mind our own business. We're never...
What is it about these guys that's different from the other club?
I don't know. I haven't been around the other clubs. I've been around the Angels for 3 years. Not Purdue nor SAC, which isn't quite as good a club as Purdue, but, you know, I left the club once in a while and tried to turn frat and soc, and it was a hang-up for me. I didn't enjoy myself.
What do you mean try to turn frat or soc?
Well, my father's in the Air Force. I, went out with the Air Force guys, the officers club, tried to live it up, but I didn't enjoy myself. So I came back to the kind of life I like to live.
Can I ask a question?
Your mic is on. We don't have the mic on. That's what I have to ask you.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Well, why is that Lynch, when he made this report on our club, that he just went completely by the police reports instead of asking any angels? That's all I got to say.
True. Well, everybody's got a mind of their own. If they don't want to follow along, they don't have to. Nobody forces them into anything. The angels don't lead them on. They don't ask them to go. They just go. They just tag along. I don't know, there's maybe something sexy about them. I don't know, maybe it's their beard and long hair. I don't know, maybe it's the motorcycle. That's what always kept me around.
Object to the fact that the angels are regarded as outcasts in society?
Oh, the people have to have somebody to pick on. Could you think of anybody better? They don't like the way these people do things. Everyone has their own taste. You want to drive a Continental around? That's good. You want to ride a Sportster around? That's good. Do what you want. It's a free country, remember? We've got rights too.
Want to bet on it?
I mean, a big frat guy can take out a Sportster and he can chop it down, and he can be rich, and he'll never get a ticket. An angel rides the same motorcycle with the same equipment, and he's got tickets all over the place. They stop, they look, they check the whole bike just to see if there's something they can give him tickets for.
Well, is it because The police and society regard
They
these...
have something to do.
Yeah.
They got to make their money some way. They know they can give them a ticket every time.
Well, do you regard these fellows as a bunch of Boy Scouts?
No, until you can't fight it.
What does your family think about you being involved with the Angels?
Oh, my parents never minded the Angels until, well, I got in a car accident and there was Angels there, so that kind of put a cramp in their style. Plus, it was giving my father a fairly bad name in the Air Force, me running around with them because they weren't considered good enough. So my parents, I guess they don't really mind all that bad. I mean, they'd rather I went out with the Air Force, but they understand. They'd like me to do what I want. My sisters are both married and settled down. They can do what they want.
Do you think you might marry an Angel or a husband material?
No, not even boyfriend. I just like to be one of the guys. Well, I'm trying to be truthful about the whole thing. That's the way I am. I've talked to some of the guys, and they've told me I have to have an old man to stick around the club. Well, that's the way it is.
You didn't have a boyfriend to stick around the club?
Yeah. Because I just can't be roaming around. That's what they told me. But if that's what, I imagine I could find an old man fairly easy. Well, I do what they ask me to do. And it's nothing against my morals or anything else. I don't have to be down here if I don't want to. Must be another question.
What's a girl have to do to be a member of the Angels, Bob?
She'll never even be a member.
Why not?
Rules. A girl can never wear the colors of our club if she's alone. The only time she can ever wear them is if she's with another member, a male member.
Why do you keep them out?
Because of our colors, there's a lot of people who want to cause trouble on it. And how is a girl going to defend herself? If somebody wants to cause a little trouble, let them start with us. A guy that can defend himself.
How come you fellows, there are a lot of motorcycle clubs. Why is it that you fellows, the Hells Angels, seem to always be talked about? Are you different than the other guys?
In a way, yeah. In a way, no.
How are you different?
We've been around among the longest. Yeah, that's right. We've been around a little bit longer than most. Not longer than all of them, but longer than most. And partly because of our name, the Hells Angel. What do you think when you hear the name Hells Angel? You see what I mean?
Well, you must like the name, don't you?
Yep, I dig it. My own people. But like I say, there's been other clubs around longer than us. The Gooses say they've been around longer, but I don't know if they have for sure or not.
Yeah, they've been around quite a while.
Now you're getting into dates, sir. We go back in the 30s on that. Our club emblem's has come from the World War I emblem. But that there's immaterial, you know what I mean? Partially because we dig to ride the kind. I've found it in every society there is. Or every class, I guess that's the wrong word, every class. But actually that isn't important either. Because I'd be riding a bike anyway. Like I started riding a bike when I was in high school. Or junior high. I'm still riding them. I guess in a way I ride a bike because it's different than the ordinary run-of-the-mill. Because I master my own bike. If something happens to it, I'm at blame. I'm its own boss.
Well, don't you kind of wish that you were doing something that wouldn't be involved with the police all the time?
I don't actually care that much about what the police think. I know, in my own mind, I know what I'm doing is wrong and what I'm doing is right. And so far, I don't see where I've ever done anything wrong.
In other words, you don't care whether you're violating the law as long as you think it's all right.
Now, that's a loaded question.
That's what you said.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'll let my own record stand on that. I've never been convicted of a felony. I've been convicted of not paying tickets. I've been convicted of getting drunk. And I've also been convicted of barbiturates, which I ain't proud of. Which some people say I should be ashamed of. Maybe there I'm wrong. But still, I'll let the rest of my record stand for itself.
Do you think that society should be worried about guys like you?
Not particularly.
Why not?
Why?
You're not insignificant, are you?
I ain't no danger to society. I'm not going to go into anybody's house and drag out their daughter and rape her on the street. Which, from the headlines, seems to be what people think I'm going to do. Oh, no. No day's happening. All right. Do you agree with me, Doug?
Yeah, I agree with you. Half the supposed to be sex perversions that we've got busted for, there's been no convictions. It's all been cut loose. Porterville, Monterey, Oakland, they didn't convict nobody.
And what happened to me in North Hollywood?
Yeah,
it's all been thrown loose.
The same thing.
And a large percentage that the girl that made the whole bit of publicity has been thrown in jail for pressing false charges. Now that's what I'm hacked about. That's what I'm mad about. Why don't they ever print that?
They always print big headlines, Hell's Angels arrested.
Because they want to make money on selling papers.
For rape and stuff like that, but they never get no retractment. There's always something in the back column, a little page, 2 members of Hell's Angels cut loose from court.
Well, Bob, would you have us believe then that you're sort of like a Boy Scout troop?
No, definitely no. True, I'm going to worry about saying anything about me as Doug here. If he says anything bad about me, I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to think it over. If you say anything bad about me, hey, I'd pass it off. I'd laugh at it. Doug here says it, I'm going to think it over. You get what I mean?
Donna, why do you admire the Angels so much?
I don't know, I just idolize them. They're my whole life.
What do you see in them?
I don't know, I just love them. I adore them.
Oh, Bob, you one of the old-timers in this outfit?
I've been in longer than any of the other Purdue members.
Well, that won't do it, right?
I've been in longer than any of the other Purdue members.
Let me ask a question.
All right.
No.
Let him ask a question, Bob.
All right. You're an old-timer in the Hells Angels, are you, man?
Yeah.
How'd you happen to join?
I got tired of the heat bugging me saying I was an angel.
You got tired of what?
The heat bugging me.
What heat? The heat bugging you?
CHP.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
California Highway Patrol.
And what do they say?
Well, back then they used to have a favorite little member, saying like this. They come up and they pull you over and they say, all right, scum, let's see your driver's license, if any.
If any?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've only lost my driver's license once.
Well, what's this got to do with you joining the Angels? I don't understand.
They seem to think anybody that...
I'm not dressed right, you know. I'm really, I'm sorry. I have other things that I can wear, you know. I have other things, you know.
Are we on camera right now?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, you will be. Why? How you feel?
No, I'm just hunting for the whiskey.
Where is it? Behind you? You don't want it to appear that you do anything scandalous or anything like that again.
Maybe because I'm weird. Maybe because I'm different. I don't know.
Because you're what, Bob?
Maybe because I'm weird and maybe because I'm different. But since I've been in the Angels, I don't see where I broke a few laws, but I don't see where I've done anything actually wrong either.
Well, now you fellows are rather strongly condemned by the Attorney General of California.
Yeah.
And other people.
Mm-hmm.
They say you're pretty bad guys. Yeah?
You know, since I've been in this club, that's been for 10 years, I've never broke up a bar yet in the United States.
What do you mean, broke up a bar?
In the United States.
I don't know what you mean by breaking up a bar.
Well, like they say, you know, the Angels are supposed to go into town, tear it apart, rip it up, stomp a few people. I've never been on anything like that in the United States.
Well, you've done it someplace else, though.
Yeah.
Where?
Mexico.
Was it fun?
They started. And the AMA was in on that.
Yeah.
I mean, the AMA...
You mean the Motorcycle Association?
Yeah. The AMA got into the beef with that, the people down there.
What do you do when you go in and take over a town?
We don't. Hey, you can't take over a town in the United States. It's impossible.
Well, you did it in Mexico, though, so.
Not actually. Just a fight started down there and got out of hand. Yeah. You know, a lot of this here bit, they talk about Hollister and the whole bit, you know, in 47, what happened in Hollister. They should have somebody down there in 49. The law blocked out the streets, let the bike riders come in. You know why? They won their money, because they spent their money.
Well, do you regard yourself as being an innocent fellow? Are you innocent? Are you like a Boy Scout?
Nobody's innocent. No, I ain't innocent. Hey, if I get drunk in a bar and I get in a fight, I'll do whatever I can. It's like anybody else will. You know what I mean? But I ain't saying that I'll go out on the street here and yank some 10-year-old kid off the streets and rape her either. No. But like a fight starts, I'll fight.
Well, you kind of like the action, though, don't you? You kind of like I
like to ride, yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't be satisfied with a dull life, would you?
With a what?
A dull life, a quiet life?
No. I wouldn't. Later on, I might, yeah. But right now, no. It ain't my kind of meat, no.
What kind of kicks do you get?
I like to ride my bike. I like to make a scene about once a week. You know, get a little bit drunk, raise a little hell.
You get arrested once in a while?
Yeah. As long as I never busted for anything bad, no. I don't mind it. I haven't been.
In other words, just so you're arrested for minor offenses, you don't mind?
Like, let's put it this way. I got a lot of arrests on my record, but if anybody's going to it, they'll see that I've set out a lot of tickets. Like I might do 1 or 2 or 3 days on a ticket. Yeah. I pulled a beef one time on 90 days, yeah. Still didn't hurt me. Like there's 10,000 people in this state that did 90 days, but that's the most that's ever happened to me.
Bob, does it bother you that a lot of people kind of look down upon you guys?
Not particularly, because I don't associate with people that way.
Yeah.
I mean,
you feel like an outcast?
Not particularly.
A lot of people regard you as an outcast, probably.
I know. Like they don't want to have nothing to do with me, and I don't want to have nothing to do with them. If they don't ride a bike, the kind of bike I'm interested in, I don't want to have nothing to do with them. They ain't my people. I can't trust them. Like I've been stabbed in the back too many times.
You trust anybody who rides a motorcycle?
No. I trust the angels. Or the gooses.
Doug, how about you? Do you, how do you get your money? You're not working now?
No. I don't know, I do odd jobs on other people's bikes. And
some people say you're...
A few things going, you know.
What kind of things you have going?
Oh, I don't know. Just, I don't know. I just get a little money now and then, enough to survive. Actually, you don't need a bunch of money in this club because people help you out, which you have to help yourself out too. But they help you out, and then you help yourself out too.
Well, what's it mean to you to be an angel, Doug?
Well, it means a lot. I'm just I'm proud to be accepted in the club, and I don't know. There's nothing like there's actually you can't explain it to. You'd have to be a member. You'd have to know your brothers, and it's just to me, it's a wonderful organization. Like a church, you go to a church, you have your revival meetings. Well, we have our meetings. Everybody gets together and party and talk and discuss things and plan runs and how to better ourselves and
how to better yourself?
Yeah, towards, I don't know, we talk about a lot of public things, you know, why do the cops, why do the cops harass us all the time and stuff like that.
Well, a lot of people think you're a bunch of bad guys.
Well, that's a lot in the past, too.
But don't a lot of the fellows have arrest records?
Yeah, a lot of people do have arrest records, but you'll find most of them, you'll find a lot of arrests, but you won't find no convictions.
Can I ask a question? Won't you find that a lot of labor leaders have got a lot of arrest records? Your union leaders.
You classify yourself with labor leaders?
In a way, yeah. We stand for something.
What do you stand for, though?
Independence.
From what?
Society. I mean, because I don't want to be... because there's people, that 5 to 9 jobs. They got a wife, they got a family. Okay, they're accepted. Me, I'm not accepted because I don't work steady. In a way, I work steady. In a way, I don't work steady because...
Think about the way he feels about society and everything.
Well, like, I rode a bike, and they kind of... You get down to it. The general public don't accept bikes. They don't like them because of the noise and their appearance. But like, you can't ride a bike dressed the way you are. You can't ride it 8 hours that way. It'd be foolish. I mean, it'd be a waste of good material. And I liked the kind of bike I rode at the time, a chopper. With the pipes, the short fender, and all that bit. So, I got tired of being bugged about it, and I knew a few of the Angels, so I joined the Angels. And I joined the Angels for this reason alone. Not because it was bad. Because people put this word to me. They said, hey, these people stand for a good time. And I joined.
What does your mother think about this idea, Bob?
She don't let me ride a motorcycle.
She think you get involved with bad people?
No. She don't let me ride a motorcycle because of the danger reason. Which may be or may not be. Personally, I don't think I don't think there's any more greater danger riding a bike than there is to driving a car.
Do you find that you have an opportunity to meet more girls when you ride a motorcycle?
Yeah.
How come that is, you think?
There's something there that draws them.
I think it's excitement.
Mm-hmm. That's it, right there.
The environment of the people, they get the urge that they want to, how thrilling it would be to be on the back of a bike and just to see what it was like, and then they get to see what it's like, and then they like it, and then they enjoy it, and then they stay around.
But I think the thing with the Angels is we look out after the girls.
Are the girls the boss?
No. Definitely no.
What do you mean? You guys tell the girls what to do?
In a way.
You really put it to them?
We look out after their interest, yeah. We see that they don't get no bad trouble. The girls, it's with us.
Donna, how did you happen to get attracted to the kind of fellows that are in the Angel?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I like the dirty Levi's. I don't know. I've always liked bikes before I ever met any bike riders. And I did meet them, and I enjoyed staying around, so I'm still around and plan on being around for quite a while.
Aren't you concerned that you read bad things about these fellows in the paper and everything?
Well, I know them personally.
Yeah.
And 3/4 of what's written isn't true anyway.
Yeah.
They never publish the good things, only the bad.
What are the good things?
Oh, I don't know. If they can't be all that bad. I don't know. I enjoy their company.
Well, what do you see, for instance, in this fellow sitting next to you?
My ring.
He's got your ring.
Yes.
That's very nice.
Oh, I don't know. I don't like it.
Well, do you look upon him, this angel sitting next to you, as being the sort of the fellow that you like, then?
Yeah.
What do you see in Bob that you admire so much?
He rides. He does what he wants. He enjoys himself. I enjoy myself when I'm around him and everybody else.
You really are sold on this fellow, then?
Oh, not particularly his boyfriend, just a friend, you know, brother, somebody to look up to, take care of.
You know, the same question being asked this way, on your own personal life, what you want to do. If I want to go out and get drunk out here, like a lot of people do, I get drunk. My people, when I say people, my people is the angels. Hey, they don't look down on me. If I want to fall down and puke up my guts, hey, they won't say nothing bad against me. They'll pick me up and they put me in bed.
Would other people say something bad about you, do you think?
You try it. You try falling down drunk in the main street of town. What'll they do to you? They'll throw you in jail.
So the angels are the kind of guys that don't disapprove of these things that you do then. They go along with you.
They might disapprove it, but they'll take care of you. Yeah. I mean, I've had Doug there look out after me.
Oh.
Like his father. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Would you want to get married and have a 9-to-5 job and go to work every day, come home at night and have a big family?
No.
Why not?
I'm not that guy. But I ain't speaking for all angels, no. I mean, that's me.
What's the most important thing you can do, Bob? What would you think that you were really doing if you were doing something very important? The thing that would give you the most pleasure if you're to do it?
That's a hard question.
The most pleasure would be to be left alone.
Yeah.
To where you could go down the highway in a group on a Sunday ride to, say, like Crystal Lake or someplace, and have a little picnic, a little party like, and ride and get on the highway without getting harassed. When you do something, then they have the right to stop you and everything, but you can't go down the highway without getting stopped.
Bob, when you guys come into a town, even if you don't take it over, it's a little livelier than people might normally be used to, isn't it?
Since I've been in the club, I've never known of us taking over a town.
No, I don't mean taking it over, but when you go any place, you make things a little livelier than they were, right?
Right, but did you ever think of this? You know the Shriners?
Yeah.
What do they do when they come into a town? The Shriners or the Frontier Days or any organs or anything like that comes off, what do? They drink a little bit too much. I'll admit that.
Do the people in the towns worry about their daughters when you fellows come to town something?
I don't think they actually do, no.
Well, some of them say they do.
They say it, but after it happened, and after nothing happened to their daughters.
Do you think that most of the people in these communities will look upon you as suitable material for their daughter to get married to?
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Myself, personally, no.
Why not?
Because I don't have the education, I don't have the intelligence.
Do you think that life is giving you a wrong deal?
No. Definitely no. I mean, I'm what I am. And I know what I am. But I ain't speaking for the angels right now. There's other angels right now that are highly intelligent and highly educated. They'll get over this. I mean, someday they'll get tired of riding bikes and they'll settle down and they'll raise a family.
Do you think you'll ever get over it?
No.
Why not?
Because I ain't educated enough, I ain't intelligent enough, and because of other physical factors. I mean, because of my eyes, I'll never be able to complete my education, no.
You fellows have a code of honor in your club?
Yeah.
What is it?
You don't fool with anybody's other girlfriend or old lady, what do you want to call her? You don't personally steal from them. And you'll back them up no matter what happens.
In other words, it's all right if you have to steal from somebody else, but not from a member of your own club.
I guess if you get down to it, right. But don't take that literally, no. I mean, like, I ain't about to go out and hold up a bank. But if Doug here gets into a fight with 10 guys, he's going to get his head stomped in the ground. I'm going to be there getting my head stomped in, too.
What do you do? How do you get your money now, Bob?
Me?
Yeah.
I work.
Not, you're working now?
No.
Where are you getting your money now?
Well, I got a girl that gets an unemployment check. But also, I work about between 4 and 6 months out of the year, too.
But how are you doing right now, though? You're living on the girl's unemployment check.
Her, my family, and other ways I get along. Nothing illegal.
You know...
That's my trouble. I ain't a good schemer.
Do you think you'd be better off if you were a little better schemer?
Yeah.
What would you do if you're a good schemer, do you think?
If I had a good gift of gab and all that.
Yeah, what would you do?
I'd have your job.
You think I'm a pretty good schemer?
Yeah.
All right.
You got everything I don't have. I mean, you can talk. Like right now, you've been leading me into questions, you know? You've been drawing me out. That's what I admire. You got it made.
I thought you felt you had it made, too.
In my own way, I do.
Do you really think you do?
I figure I got it about as good as I'll ever get. I mean, to me, the Angels is more than a family is to me. Like, you know, they'll take care of me. When I get drunk, you know, pass out, hey, they'll put me to bed. I need money, they'll give me money.
If you need a place to sleep, a place to live, it's just one big family.
Like, I can go anywhere in this state, and there's somebody there gonna welcome me. That's more than my family will do.
We're always pushed into things. Like Bakersfield, we sat in one bar all night long. We rode back and forth from the coffee shop, and there was cop cars all over the place. And nobody was doing anything wrong. Nobody was starting fights. Nobody was hassling anybody. They just, you know, police officers need something to do, you know. It's a field day for them, too.
Bob, what do you have to go through to be an angel?
Ride a bike. Get to know the people. Get to know the people a lot. But the main thing is ride the bike, and more important even than anything else, you got to know the guys that's already in the club. I mean, you got to know them all the way. Likes, dislikes, and everything about them. They got to know you.
Do you have an initiation program?
They pay $3.50 initiation fee.
You do the symbols? Or do you like that?
They either have contempt, or as the biggest majority of them have, they have fear.
People have fear because of that?
Yeah. Or they have fear of what's on my back.
Do you like to have people be afraid of you?
I could care less. I wear what I want to wear because...
Well, you must enjoy wearing it or you wouldn't wear it.
Yeah, I do.
And it makes people afraid.
On that point, I could care less if they're afraid or not, or if they respect me for what I got on. If they respect me enough to ride a bike and do what I want to do, that's what I call respect. If they want to be afraid, let them be afraid.
Well, are they afraid?
Some people are.
Why?
They're cowards.
Do you have contempt for people who are afraid?
Yeah. Now that's another loaded question too, in a way. I mean, what are they afraid of anyway? You know, the way I figured, I've never hurt nobody.
Can girls be angels?
No.
Why not?
We got our colors to stand up for. A girl wears her colors on a bike, and some guy calls her out. What's she gonna do? If a guy gets called out and he gets his head stomped, hey, he gets his head stomped.
Why do you stomp heads?
Why do people put anybody's head down?
Why?
There's a lot of people who don't like bikes.
And if they don't like bikes, they have to have their heads stamped.
There's a lot of people who do it just because of that. Or there's a lot of people that, they'll start a fight. Hey, no matter what you got on your back here, designating you belong to a club, they'll start a fight just because you belong to a club, even though they don't know anything about the club.
Do you like to fight?
Sometimes.
Is it fun?
Yeah. An Indian organization will say that too. Sometimes I use a blade.
What, a switchblade?
Just plain that.
Knife? In fighting?
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
Cut it.
Shouldn't say that.
All right, okay.
So I mean,
Go ahead.
and other things like that. And like it all falls back down into. I dig my bike. I dig the type of bike I have. I dig the way I dress, the way I talk, the way I live. I've dug this way for 10 goddamn years. Now I ain't gonna change just because no attorney general says, hey, you're an outlaw, you're dirt. Matter of fact, I'm getting sick and tired of people calling me dirt. If they want to call me dirt, they'd say, hey, punk, you're dirt. There ain't nobody yet walked up to me yet and said to my face that I'm dirt. Doug, you see the same way on that?
Hmm?
You see the same way I say on that?
Yeah.
You know what?
Bob.
I'm trying to explain something here that's kind of, for me, it's hard to explain. I mean, like what I say, I got this Hell's Angel jacket on my back. I'm a bike rider. I figure I ride bikes more than 90% of the people in the state do. It's my only transportation. I've never owned a car in my life. Okay, I'm an angel. I've been an angel for almost a third of my life. Yeah, a third of my life. And I'm proud of being an angel. So I'm getting sick and tired of people that have never been on a bike, or maybe they rode a Honda, little motorbikes, coming up to me and said, hey, you're dirt. They won't come into my face and say that. They won't say I'm dirt to my face. They'll come out in the goddamn newspaper and say I'm dirt.
Well, do you think it's because of the motorcycle that you ride or because of the way you live?
Both.
Would you ever want to change your way of life to please people?
No, I'll never change my life to please anybody else but me. I don't have to prove anything.
And you'd be willing to go to jail to prove your point, that you'd be willing just to live the way you want to live?
I've done it.
That's more important to you than conforming to the standards of what some people think are the way to live?
Yeah. I do what I think's right.
And sometimes other people don't think it's right.
Yeah. I mean, in the long run, I think it equalizes out. Yeah, I'll admit, I've made me big step in a lot of my thinking, but long run, I don't think I have.
Donna, would you like to be an angel?
Yes, but I can't be.
Because you're a girl.
Yes.
Why do you admire the angels so much?
Well, I don't know. I've been around all kinds of groups, and I just like the angels. You know, I've got my own choice. I do what I want. I'd rather stay around the angels. I don't like to go out with the frats.
With what?
The frats, the social.
What do you mean?
know, out dancing, dining and dancing, you know, worrying about what you're wearing and all this. I don't enjoy it. I'd rather stay around these people. You don't, you can't explain it. It's just something you feel. You're just born like the guys. You're just born an angel. Too bad I wasn't born an angel.
Ma'am?
No, I just dig the group. You know, I can leave anytime I want to, but I won't. I'd rather stay here. I've been around the other angel clubs. I just like this one the best. I don't know, they're just brothers. One for all and all for one.
Well, what's it mean to you in your life? Is it more fun?
I like to party. And they party. I like the way they party. They don't get vulgar and nasty and all this that you read in the newspapers.
Do you have more fun than you would going out dining and dancing?
Yes, I've gone out with the Air Force. I've gone out with the rich people. I don't enjoy it.
What is it about these fellows that you admire so much?
I don't know, maybe riding bikes. I regard them as men. They got the right to do what they want.
Is it because you regard these fellows as being more masculine than most men that it appeals to you?
No, the men individually don't appeal to me. The colors do.
What do you mean by the colors?
I love the colors as much as they do.
What are the colors?
The angel colors. I don't associate with well, I talk to the gooses, you know, but their colors don't mean anything to me. Just angel colors. I've always been like that.
This experience.
Imitations, not imitations, but it lets people feel as though they're their self. It lets people's real feelings comes out.
Right. A lot of people think it. Hot damn.
Intoxicated is where
he smokes
we don't
marijuana.
know what goes on.
Go ahead, Doug.
He smokes marijuana. All right. He's why do you smoke marijuana? You know, marijuana is nothing but a cigarette. It makes you feel marijuana. Other states, from other northern countries, not just Purdue or Southern California or any place like that. It means it just, I don't know how to explain it.
Feel closer.
Right.
Your hat. What does the RF mean?
Well, my hat was a present. This hat right here was a present from Big Daddy Roth. The same as our Iron Cross is from Big Daddy Roth. He feels that we're, I don't know how to say it, but we're sort of like to ourselves. He's to his self.
Doug, what does your hat mean? What's the RF stand for?
Well, the RF, the hat.
Doug, you were talking about your hat. What's the RF stand for?
Excuse me, Jeff.
That's the question again.
Doug, you were talking about your hat.
And the
Let's start.
the cross.
Jerry, stop.
RF.
Please. Doug, what does the RF on your hat and on this medal stand for?
Well, Jerry, the RF on the medal and the RF on the hat was a gift from Big Daddy Roth. He give us his hat, he give us his medal, he give us some decals. It's for Rat Fink. RF is for Rat Fink.
What does that mean?
Well, Rat Fink means that you're, associated with the police. Fink means that, you turn, like you was in our club, and then I turned you in, I would be a Rat Fink. But it means different things. RF means to Big Daddy Roth, it means Rat Fink, which he sells quite a bit of things, decals, RF hats, Rat Fink hats, which he gives to us because he likes us. He gives us these t-shirts here, Harley 69. He gives us these, he gives us decals, he gives us shorts. It says get dorked. The short says get dorked. Then he gives us these medals. He's got new medals coming out with HELLS Angels, Purdue. Then we'll get them buffed out, all polished and everything. He's a good friend of ours. He believes in us. He believes that we can carry on. I don't know how to explain it, but he's got all he's got all the words for us. Mm-hmm. He's helped us. He's Big Daddy Roth. He's helped us in quite a way for Life magazine and True magazine, and he's helped us us a great deal.
Another question. Ever seen the movie The Wild Ones?
Yes, I've seen it several times. I've been on my bike. I've been on my bike about 8 or 9 times when there was at least about, I'd say about 100 of us that went to see it. It's a wonderful movie.
Why?
Well, in a way, it expressed the way we feel, and to the public of how we feel, the way we want to be publicized. In a way, it explained the way we feel, the way we wanted to be left alone. We wanted to ride. We wanted to party with the AMA. They wanted to turn us away, and I don't know how to explain it.
In a few words, in one feeling, why are you a Hell's Angel?
Oh, there's nothing like it. Really. I'm so proud to be accepted by the Hell's Angels. I'm so proud to be a Hell Angel. There's no words that can express the way I feel towards the Hell's Angels. There's no words that can be expressed towards the Hell's Angels.
What do the Hell's Angels do for amusement?
Amusement? Well, amusement towards themselves, they go on runs. Towards themselves, they plan on parties. They invite people. They invite brothers from up north, different place of the union or state or whatever you want to call it. They invite them. They plan a place for them to party, a place for togetherness. It's like Christmas or Thanksgiving. They meet there. They party there. It's like you haven't seen them for maybe 5-10 years. Hey, Brother Doug, how you doing, brother? Shake your hand and party with you, and then they go on to the next person and they just shake your hand. They're so proud to be there, and they're so proud to party with you. And if you don't have nothing, they share it. They share it. If you don't have a motorcycle, they help you get a motorcycle on the road. They give it to you in a sort of like a present. Say, here, brother, that's from us to you. Get on the road. Ride.
What do the Hell's Angels think of the rest of the world? People like most of us who aren't members.
Personally, I don't think that we care too much about any individual. I mean, AMA or socialite people or any individual. I don't feel that we care too much about any particular person. It's all togetherness. It's brotherly love, to share and share alike, to help each other, to live with each other. You can't explain it, how an individual, a Hell's Angel individual, feels toward other members. It's just, I don't think anybody can explain it. Boy, I'd like to see this, what's his name, Lynch?
Yeah.
Lynch.
Oh,
is,
Senator Lynch.
Senator Lynch.
No,
I'd like
Attorney
to see,
General.
Attorney General Lynch.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him get on a motorcycle. Seriously, I'd like to see him get on a motorcycle and ride 500 miles. Public is nothing to me. I mean, if somebody sees me on the screen or somebody sees me in the cafe, or it doesn't matter where they see me, it doesn't matter to me.
We don't want the public to be with us. We don't want the law to be with us. Is all we want is to be left alone. We want to go down the highway and be left alone. We want to go on a Sunday ride, be left alone, and have our own picnic. Don't bother nobody but ourselves. And be left alone. That's what the whole thing is about.
I give up quite a bit to be what I am. I'm just so happy that the Hells Angels accept me, boy. I'm so happy that they accept me and they want me. I don't care about the public or anything else as long as I'm accepted. Want to go down the highway on a Sunday or a Saturday and be left alone and go have a picnic, just us, not the highway patrol or the sheriff's police department. We want to be left alone. We want to go down the highway and party for ourselves. We don't want to cause no trouble in any town. We just want to be just left alone.
Nobody got that filled up?
Okay, let's bring this meeting to order. First to be discussed, I guess, this publicity-seeking Attorney General we got. That's Attorney General Lynch. He said we can't ride on the streets anymore because we got long hair, we got beards, and we're pretty dirty. And I guess he wants to know if we're going to change. So let's just, Jimmy, what do you think? You going to change for the public?
Well, just like you said before.
Okay, Attorney General Lynch says we're all grubby, we're nasty, we're dirty, we got long hair, we got beards. Doesn't seem like we can ride scooters on the streets unless we cut our hair or shave. I'm asking you, we going to change for the public?
No!
We going to clean up? Going to look like anybody else so we can ride?
No!
We are what we are, man.
That's it. That's it.
And no one's going to change us. That's my opinion.
There you go.
What do you think, Jimmy?
Just like you said. Okay, Jimmy.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Just like you said before, you put Senator Lynch on a motorcycle and let him ride 500 miles, and you see what he looks like after he gets done riding. I don't know. Sure, we get dirty after a run, yeah, but everybody takes baths. People might not think we don't by looking at us, but I think I'm pretty clean. I think everybody else.
What it boils down to is, I guess we're what you call a minority group. If we don't look like the rest of society, we're rejects, man.
We are.
You hip to it?
We are classed as a minority group by the University of California. Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, there's. It's something you can't explain. You want to be what you are. So, that's it. Be what you are. And why?
That's all they can get us on is police harassment. Red?
Well, I'd like to say that Governor Brown, he talks up how pro-civil rights he is. Well, I'd like to see some of those civil rights start pertaining to us, because I'll tell you, I'm getting sick and tired of going in a restaurant, minding my own business and wanting something to eat or wanting a cup of coffee, and having a bunch of stinking bulls from the SED, LA County Sheriffs to be exact, come in there with their clubs out and their dogs on leashes and tell us, hey, just drop your goddamn food and get out of town, you know? Because I'll tell you, they don't do that to the Negroes, and that civil rights is supposed to pertain to everybody, and it should pertain to us too. And I've seen it happen many times when a bike rider will go in a place to get a beer or something to eat, when the heat will come in there and just tell him to make it, you know, get in the wind, get out of here.
Sure.
And I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
We aren't doing a damn thing.
They say we congregate lower class bars. Where else can we go? Any place we go to, they run us out. Where else can we go? Buzzard?
We had a good-sized group going up from the valley. We had about 12, 14 bikes on the road. We had a uniform pack. We were within the speed limit. And we got just about to Gorman, just before the Kern County line, when we were all pulled over for no apparent reason. We were all fingerprinted, had our pictures taken, we were checked for marks. I mean, just everything you come up with. And it just isn't right. It's not legal. They wouldn't do that to the regular public. Why would they do it to us?
Hey, well, the whole thing is, if we're as bad as they want the public to think we are, we should all be in San Quentin. What the hell are we doing out here on the streets riding motorcycles? You know? Jimmy?
That's just what they're trying to do right now. You know? Get us. Well, sure, we're not no innocent babes. I mean, sure, we like to go out and have fun. We have fun with ourselves, you know, but as far as the...
Hey, we're not trying to say we're a bunch of innocent, sweet-loving kids, man. We're all grown adults. We know what we're doing. And we're not doing no wrong.
The thing is, we know how to do it the right way.
That's right.
Well, there's two things I'd like to say. First of all, about this Bakersfield thing. We went up there, and they pulled us over, and they fingerprinted us and photographed us without booking us, which I think is against the American way. And I asked some of these sheriff, I said, you know, just what's going on? And they said, this is a personal thing. We're out to get you guys. And I think for any law enforcement agency to take that kind of an attitude is wrong. That they're going against the American way. And us in our valley, they had an article about the angels and the slaves, and they called us punks for not wearing our jackets around town by ourselves. Well, we can't do that, because if we're by ourselves, there's going to be about 3 carloads of those guys jump us, and they're just going to go over us completely and just mess with us in any way they can. And that's not right, because they let these Honda riders with straight pipes just go down the street and do whatever they want to. And they call us punks because we won't wear our jackets by ourselves. Well, I'd like to wear my jacket by myself, but I've got a good job. I can't afford to, you know, to be going to jail every 3 or 4 days. We're not punks. We're just trying to make do. That's all.
We're punks if we wear our jackets, and we're punks if we don't wear our jackets, man. It's a public opinion. It's against us, Louis.
Well, I'll tell you, Dwayne, as soon as that article hit the street in the valley, I took the paper down to the press and hassled around until I finally got to the city editor, and I threw the paper on him. I told him, hey, this isn't right, man. I said, we're not a bunch of punks. I says, if we are, here's one right here, and I got my colors on. I threw it on hhim, and he sent me down to Van Nuys Police Station to their crime reporter. And this guy has been a crime reporter for 35 years. He's been through a lot. And they got us set up like we're big-time crime. We're just organized crime. That's what they think. Well, I just want to let them know that I'm out to ride my bike and have some fun. And I want to wear my hair long, and I want to have a beard, you know, if they don't like it.
Don't do that. Where's the have me?
All right.
What?
Beer. They're out.
They've served their time, you know, and paid their debt to society or whatever the hell you want to call it. And I think they ought to let it go at that. But we don't claim to be a bunch of do-gooders because we're not. That's why we're not AMA writers. We're just what we are. We just want to be left alone. If they'll leave us alone, everything will be just real fine.
Hey, well, here's the thing. The way it looks to me, we've either got to conform to their society or we're outcasts forever. They bring up these convictions, intimidating witnesses and things. Show me one angel that's been convicted for intimidating a witness, man. Show me one person, one of our people that's been convicted for records on the goddamn books. Red?
I'd like to say, too, that there's only two 1% clubs going, and that's HELLS Angels and the Satan Slaves. And what all these other people do, we have no association with them, and what they do or what they bring down on them is their own fault. But as far as the 1% patches go, there's only two people wearing them, and that's angels and slaves. I'd just like to get that straight. What all these other yo-yos do, they don't fly colors, they ride chopped hogs, they might look bad, but they're not us. They're not us. I'd like to get that straight. Us are the people that have the colors.
Buzzard?
I don't know. I think it's a police state. Something should be done about it. We get harassed for no reason at all. We get tickets. It's just a big harassment to go down the road and do what you want to do. And we don't even do. When they print a retraction, it's so small you can't even read it in the paper. I don't know.
Yeah, like in Oakland now. Up there, if you ride a 74 and you get a ticket on it, you automatically go to court no matter what it is. As long as it says Harley Davidson on that ticket, you go to court. And they got the baddest judge in the world there, and you automatically go to jail if you're riding a 74. Automatically. No fine, no nothing, you go to jail. Since this literature report has come out.
Hey, well, the whole thing boils down to the fact that we've got to change to belong. If they're expecting us to clean up, is everybody going to get a haircut?
No.
Everybody going to shave?
No.
Well, Attorney General Lynch says we got to shave and be clean cut to ride a motorcycle in the state without getting a ticket. And it's up to you people. Whatever you think. Jimmy?
Yeah, for one thing, as far as the club goes, I've never heard of anybody go out and other people that have their business to do, and we've never said nothing against them. But every time they see us, they say, boy, how come you got long hair? How come you got a beard? Boy, you sure look terrible. You know, we never see nothing there. I mean, I figure a person has got a right to do what they want to do. You know?
Well, speaking for my people, you know, we're not going to change out in the valley because we've been... Okay, really? Well, speaking for my people, 6 years this month, and we're just not going to change. It's not right.
Well, it's the same thing that happened in Monterey. They say we raped 2 girls in Monterey.
That was all there was to it, you know. I just told him, you know, well, if you want to see what you got on me, take your hands off of me. But that was all there was to it. I had about 6 L.A. County sheriffs on me, thumping all around my head with nightsticks and everything. And but in less than 5 minutes, I was on my way to the police station, booked on assault on a police officer. And hey, I was just standing there. They was doing all the thumping. I had knots on my head. And they booked me for assault on a police officer. Can you beat that?
Well, I know. Jerry was a little late to leave that morning.
And we don't want anybody to bother us. On all these runs, all the trouble starts, we take care of our own people. The reason the trouble starts is because of the townspeople, the local citizens. They're always putting their yaps in there and doing something. And I'd like, all we want is just to be left alone. We'll leave them alone. If they'll just get off our backs for a while and give us a chance to show them, all we want to do is just stick to ourselves. We don't bother anybody. You know, if any of our people get out of line, we take care of them. But the...
Okay, let's call the meeting to order. Guess the first thing to be discussed is this publicity-seeking Attorney General we got, Attorney General Lynch. He says we can't ride on the streets anymore. We're a bunch of misfits, a bunch of outlaws, because we all got long hair and beards. And we can't have any more runs. Now, it's up to you people whether we ride anymore or whether we don't. We're either going to conform or we're going to be as we are. Now, it's up to you. What do you think about it? Jimmy?
Well, I know we're never going to change as far as that goes. And I remember years ago that we used to be able to ride all over and not ever get stopped. Now it seems like you can't even go down the block without getting pulled over and getting 5 tickets. And as far as long hair and a beard, I've always had long hair before I even joined the club.
Anybody else?
Yeah, he's pretty close to it. Yeah, like another thing they had here about our police records and all that stuff. 3/4 of people in the club, they've had them records before they ever even got in here. It just they say the club brings all this stuff on, but people's always been the same. It's just they've just joined the club just to be somebody. Just to be just to be with the people. That's what it is. Something like that.
I'd just like to say that L.A. County sheriffs, they seem to be wanting to make something big out of it. They got a special squad now that does nothing but harass us. It's called a Special Enforcement Detail.
One was rape. There wasn't no rape involved, man. It was just everybody's in jail for tickets. There's no one threatening a witness against testifying against us, man.
It's beginning to be a bummer. You can't go anyplace. You can't.
Dying ass. All he had on his mind was just to harass me, and he come up there and he says, "Hey, punk, I hear you want to kill me, And so I knew what he had on his mind. He just wanted to thump my head with his club, So I just shined him on. I didn't say a word. I didn't say one word. So he grabbed me. He actually... And, well, what I'm trying to get at is that I don't see where they got the gall to yank me off of my bike and fingerprint me on the main highway to Bakersfield, from L.A. to Bakersfield. I don't see where they get off fingerprinting me and taking my pictures.
In Charlotte, North Carolina today, police were calling the slaying of 5 motorcycle gang members the 4th of July massacre. The victims apparently were murdered in their sleep. Mark Garrison of WDBD Charlotte reports.
The leader of the outlaws, known only as Chains, found the bodies at dawn. He described the scene as a slaughterhouse. Indications are that the 5 victims, 4 men and a woman, were shot with an automatic rifle. The club had a guard posted on the side porch, but he was apparently taken by surprise and killed.
But it does not appear that he even knew anybody was around, the position of the body and everything. So, were the rest of them asleep? It appears that they were asleep, yes.
The outlaws have a history of violence in the Carolinas, with several recent shootings and killings involving gang members. Police say they have little to go on, but they're looking into the possibility that a rival gang may have done the killings. There are a lot of people who don't like us, said the outlaws' leader, and this doesn't surprise me. Mark Garrison for CBS News, Charlotte, North Carolina.
The general manager of Volkswagen said today...
Motorcycle gangs. The image calls up leather jackets, beers, babes, and brawling. But in North Carolina, as Ed Rabel reports, the police say that's evolved into a kind of mafia on wheels.
The 2 major gangs here are the HELLS Angels and the Outlaws, and a lot of their time is spent going to gang members' funerals. At least 15 murders have been attributed to gang violence since 1979. This is one of the unique ways they pay their last respects. They are, to say the least, well armed, and the police suspect they are using the guns on one another. Their numbers are few, only about 500 statewide, but they are in a bloody struggle for the drug and vice trade.
It's the new mafia, and they're doing all the things that the mafia's done before. They divide up territories, they kill off one another. In fact, the thing that worries us most is that innocent citizens will be hurt by two gangs in warfare.
Charlotte, North Carolina is conservative, law-abiding, a city of churches. So the community was shocked to learn that motorcycle gangs like the HELLS Angels have gained a foothold here. Topless bars, massage parlors, and dating services are among the businesses in which the gangs have been involved. Police say that some bikers' women work as prostitutes for the financial benefit of the gangs under circumstances that border on slavery. This woman, a former prostitute, knows the gangs, knows how they can be irresistible to a troubled girl.
Mother kicks her out of the house, and then she gets, on the back of a motorcycle, and here she goes. They show her love and affection and attention, and then they send her out to prostitute, and the girl brings in, anywhere from $915 a week, and they pat her on the back, and they say, you did a great job. Now, here's $100 or $50 to buy you some new clothes. I love you. You're great. Girls would go where the excitement was at. And this was with the bikers, because there is a hell of a lot of excitement there. For example, going in and riding and raising hell and drinking and shooting in the riding and raising hell and drinking and shooting in the wild parties and the orgies, and it's like a fantasy land. Not perhaps a good fantasy, but it's different. It's a challenge.
Police know the gang leaders, know where they live, and they say they know they're involved in illicit operations, but proving it is another matter. Extremely paranoid, the gangs insulate themselves, staying in their clubhouses behind high fences which give the hideouts a fortress-like quality. Such security, plus the gang demand that a prospective member must commit a crime before he can join up, make police infiltration virtually impossible.
They know almost as much about what we're doing as we do about them. I would say more. We've made case after case against these hoodlum mafia bikers, yet the witnesses say they're going to cooperate in the beginning, and then when the end comes, they're not there or they're disappeared.
Outpaced, local law enforcement officials are turning to the federal government for help. A crackdown on the lucrative drug and sex business by the Internal Revenue Service is one way to get the gangs, according to Edmiston.
We want to make it so tough on them that they say, North Carolina or this area is not the place for us to be. We're going to get out of here. And then I want the federal government to help me follow them wherever they go. They shouldn't be romanticized. They're nothing but absolute low-class criminal hoodlums.
These are lifestyles that they're forced into. They have no other areas to turn to. So they are recognized. This is, a group, and they stick together. And this is their thing. Everybody needs the people to belong to someone or something, to be loved and to be cared for. Just, have other people that can understand, well, I came from a very poor family, or I was abused, or I was left out. My parents didn't love me, or I don't have an education, but I am bad.
All they have is one another. It isn't much. Ed Rabel, CBS News, Charlotte, North Carolina.